Co-worker gets written up for leaving without notice to see her dying pet. I just witnessed someone who gave 20 years to the company so far, and is very good at what she does, get written up for leaving spontaneously to go home to see her cat that was on the way out. The worst part is she just signed it and apologized for leaving early. She's specialty in her field, and easily could have said no. Since my sadistic boss knows her, she tapped into her weaknesses and made her emotionally bend the knee. Managers are always on a tyrannical power trip. Subhuman filth. I had a manager tell me it's just a pet. You need to work 24 hours after I'd discovered that my cat had passed in her sleep at only 7 years old. She'd been absolutely my little princess, and was a daddy's girl every second of every day. I never went back to that job, and later found out that he'd been told off by multiple others in the business when he complained about me quitting over a stupid pet. The store director even lectured him and made him take sensitivity training. I had the same situation happen. I told my boss to go fuck himself and walked out. Subhuman filth indeed. Pos. I don't think I could know this fact and do nothing about it. I would have to help karma along in any way that I could. That's crazy. I got sent home when my cat was dying. Came back to work to a lovely piece of art in her memory. When I was a manager at a dog daycare, one of my employees came up to me in tears saying their parents were taking their family dog Super Sweet Basset to the vet and unexpectedly are having to put them down. I just said go. Yes, it sucks being down a person when you're already short, but holy hell, my heart cannot do that to someone because I've been that someone before. First off, I'm so sorry about your coworker and her pet. I walked out of a job I was at for over a year and a half because my boss wouldn't let me in. Extended extra hour after my lunch break, with multiple days' notice, to bring my cat to and from their vet appointment. I broke down in tears in front of them and a client because I didn't have enough money to take her to the emergency clinic over the weekend. They replied with a blank stare and said, sorry, you can't take that hour off. So I went over to my station, took all my belongings, and walked out. My cat passed away a month later, so it was the right decision to walk out. I am so sorry for your coworker's loss. She deserves better and should find a new job. Everyone there should. No one would bat an eye if she said a human was sick. But pets are only animals and we can't have any feelings towards them being sick. Reminds me of an office job I worked. My cat got sick and had to take him to the vet several times. I was fired 2 days after he died because I took the day off to grieve. My boss made me come back after a doctor's appointment at lunch officially diagnosed me with cancer. Legitimately weeping at my desk, and she asked me about something work-related. They let me go shortly after because of having cancer. P.S. That's so incredibly sad. Had any of my clients even side-eyed me when my dog was going through it, they'd got dropped without notice. Pets are family. Name the business. Make a fake account if necessary. I'm sorry about your coworker. I just want to say that I wish more people felt like I do. Write me up. Do whatever you want to do as a boss to make yourself feel better. I don't care. Companies make these rules, but I have never seen them follow through. I left one place after 4 write-ups when I should have been let go after 3. If a company doesn't want you around, they will just find a way to make that happen. When a company tries to punish you by signing something, they are telling you they need you still. I had a crappy work situation, but when my horse was sick, I left the office multiple times to deal with it. I didn't ask. I just told my boss I was going, including the trip to take her to the vet hospital almost 2 hours away and the trip the next day to go put her down. So I guess there's one positive from my previous situation. It's shit like this that makes me proud to be a member of one of the largest, strongest and most powerful union for federal employees. I was with a company, mind you, not for 20 years. And my mother was dying. From day one I was told that once I finished my first 90 days I could work from home. So naturally after my first 90 days I kept initiating for a work from home position. I was denied every time and basically told to give up. A new guy was hired. After 3 weeks he switched to work from home. Naturally I went to my bosses to ask why he was allowed to and I was not. They looked me dead in the eyes and said it's because his golden retriever was dying and needed round-the-clock care. I argued and they fired me. My mom died a couple days later. Don't make requests, but leave information. I'm not asking you if I can leave early. I'm telling you to expect me away due to an unforeseen emergency. I will never understand businesses that refuse to treat staff like professionals and humans. It does not make employees more loyal or willing to go the extra mile in a crunch. She can go to hour about this and have it thrown out. That's bullshit. Work does not own you. You are not a slave. And family emergencies happen every day. Fuck that guy. That's so horrible. My dog recently got extremely sick out of nowhere. I filled my boss in. Ended up having to leave in the middle of the day and he immediately told me to go. Not worry. And take care of what was needed. Checked up a few times too. I just watched the video of the guy getting fired from his job over video chat for his GF getting pregnant and I'm actually almost 99% positive I know the company he works for and then I stumble into this thread. Just people getting raked left and right for the dumbest things. Sorry your boss sucks. Op. Lots of shitty bosses and such out there. Hell, I got written up for giving notice that I was leaving to see my dying cat XD. I don't ask. I tell. Speak to her and get in her head. This is not cool. No one comes between our fur babies. If it looks like I'll lose my job for properly grieving my pet, I guess I'm gonna be homeless for a while. Without my dog to provide for, I don't really have any motivation to work anyway. I've been to factories where it's common that people will give 50 years or more just to remain a peon. Has anyone else had a similar experience? The day when my pet of 15 years was dying, I literally messaged my boss at 5 a.m. and I was off. I couldn't give a toss what my boss or HR said. Nothing was gonna stop me seeing my buddy one last time. A solid 2/3 of the bosses have had do not like pets and will dock you for it. You have to be an asshole to get ahead and assholes often do not see the use of a companion animal. If it cannot be useful in some tangible out it in my hand way. I have no answer for this but expect to see it again and if your pet is poorly lie about what you're off to do. When asking for time off due to father-in-law dying and needing to look after the kids so wife could spend the last few days with him, the response I got was he is nothing to you, why do you need time off? I got written up for leaving to find my cat who had gotten out of the house. We found her and she was fine but my contempt for the business was cemented when they had the nerve to give me a pointless little slip of paper for being bad. 20 years, and she's not running the place? Fuck that. Also, we shouldn't be so honest with work about leaving for a personal emergency that's about your pet BC. They will absolutely treat you like shit. Lie if you have to. That's horrible an hour in advance. If I might ask, what field of labor are you in?